trying to like target artists. I was just trying to say, like,
ask a question.
I hear so many people talking about they independent.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scores and Assists, where we break down the latest headlines and bring you fresh takes on everything sports and culture. From trending news to game highlights and hot debates, we've got it all. Hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. So Jermaine Dupri found himself in some hot water with fans on social media. The Social Dev founder went viral for asking why some artists choose to stay independent while trying to chase the same benefits and resources that major label artists have at their disposal. He wrote, "I'm a little lost. Can someone tell me what the goal of being an independent artist is today? Because all the things that people are chasing is what major artists do. What's the thing that indie artists do that make it special?"
True. That's real.
I don't know.
That's a great point.
That's an amazing point.
That's an amazing point. Of hooting and hollering on podcasts, did you gain understanding in your independence conversation you was trying to have?
Because she called me a dinosaur, so I'm still lost on that.
Oh, well, Mel, you caught Jermaine. Yo, this is the second time an Atlanta guest has come up here and remembered
and
something
I thought she had my back. We was on the Source cover together and everything.
Oh, we were.
She phony like that.
We were.
Mel, address this. Everybody create runway for Mel to address
Hold on
this.
1 second here. Everybody was kind of in agreement.
Mel, don't rap. He talking to you. Don't rap. He talking to you about you.
To mention that part, that the room was in agreement. That
Not the whole room.
Not that you. No.
That your tweet sounded like you had a little bit of an antiquated, viewpoint of what we were talking
so
about.
That's what I'm saying. So I guess explain to me why you think I sound like a dinosaur.
Well, just for the audience to say,
what's the topic?
We'd have to go back and find the exact tweet.
No. But just real quick, you tweeted that. You tweeted about independent. You were talking about independent artists versus major
basically what I was saying,
artists.
just so understanding in context. Like I think the tweets be fucking up things. What I was saying is that in rap that I know, right? As an artist, you make music, your goal is to boom, 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 boom. Right?
Reach the most amount of people possible.
Exactly.
Right? So you might want to go, you from, like me, I'm from Atlanta. People that never understand why I did a record with Jay-Z, right? Because when I was coming up, no Atlanta music was playing in New York. Niggas in New York treated Atlanta niggas like we were slaves, right? Talking shit, all of this. So I'm like, yo, when I go to clubs in New York, I don't hear nothing. Like, I don't hear nobody. And niggas don't, that's another thing, like niggas don't understand. I was before Outkast. Chris Cross came out before Outkast.
Facts.
Chris Cross performed at SOBs. I was in New York with Daz Effects and Cypress Hill. Chris Cross was on these shows. So I'm in New York when New York Radio was New York Radio, right? When Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out and all this shit was really like the shit. And I ain't hear nothing from where I come from, right? And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck do I get in this space.
Yeah,
this is where hip hop lives. I'm trying to be, why niggas acting like we ain't part of hip hop, right? So niggas in Atlanta always look at that like, JD, you wanted to be from New York. I didn't want to be from New York. I just wanted my music to be heard more than where we was hearing, where it was happening, right? Yeah. And I say that to say that was my goal. So when I look at an independent artist and I see independent artists that don't get excited when their records is on DSPs, but as soon as the record gets played on the radio, they jumping out the car, they calling their mama, oh shit, they playing my record on the radio. So I'm like, okay, so what is the goal for independent artists? Because it seemed like it's the same as mine.
I remember the tweet now.
I have the tweet.
But I remember the whole context. So we'd spent a lot of time. We'd spent a lot of time up here talking about how record labels, the majors, are starting this massive consolidation thing. And so it seemed like you were like criticizing younger artists who were focused more on being independent rather than being on major labels. But we'd spent a lot of time talking up here as to how it may not be as beneficial as what it once was to be on majors, and that independent artists have a lot more control over their own product, their music, and their own distribution, and how they control their own narrative. So that was,
Let's read the tweet.
All right, here's the tweet.
Good.
I'm a little lost. Can somebody tell me what the goal of being an independent artist is today? Because all of the things that people are chasing is shit major artists do. What's the thing that indie artists do that makes it special?
Yeah. So what I was saying was like, do indie artists have Jack the Rapper for indie artists? Do indie artists have what is the indie artist thing where you could be like, fuck the majors? I wasn't even trying to like target artists. I was just trying to say, like,
ask a question.
I hear so many people talking about they independent, but then I see them swaying, wanting to go to the BET Awards, right?
You see how people took that as a diss, though?
Nah, because like I said, at the end of the day, I understand, because the majority of independent artists are looking for
a major deal,
Jermaine Dupri, to diss them so that they can find a reason to say something, right? Every time I say something about anything that has anything to do with majors and independent, niggas always got something to say. Like if I say something about like radio, if I say radio still is the thing when it comes to music, I got always independent artists like, no, it's not. Fuck radio. They don't do the. So it's right. You feel what I'm saying, right? So it's like, I was just watching. And I seen a couple of independent artists swaying. Like, if you independent, what is it that you do that major artists don't do? That's really what I was asking. Like, what is it that independent artists can do that shines without having to do what major artists do to shine?
I think control your own destiny.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's
the financial piece of it, being able to control your own financial destiny, own your own stuff. I mean, you could do all that and still want all the toys and the trophies, but want to do it on your own terms.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes into like owning 100% of nothing don't mean shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just you saying I own my masters, what do that mean? Like, if your masters ain't over here going toe to toe with the niggas who going toe to toe, what else do you have on this side? That's what I'm asking.
I feel like you were kind of saying dream bigger.
I wasn't saying that. I was actually really asking a question.
Legitimately.
Like,
But you know, most people on Twitter who are asking questions ain't really asking questions.
Yeah, I mean, but that's another thing. Like, why? I don't know everything.
You can't ask that question, first of all.
That's fucked up,
you
man.
You can't ask that question. You're the wrong person to ask that question.
But I'm saying, I don't know everything. I don't believe I know everything. So I'm saying, I can't do like everybody else be doing.
No. You're not everybody.
So look,
you sat there. One of the first things you said was, "I'm me."
I mean, I'm
better than everybody.
Yeah, that applies at all times.
Yeah, but that shouldn't alienate me from asking a real question. Like, I really don't know.
And he in a room with music niggas, and nobody really gave him a definitive answer yet.
Parks answered.
did.
Parks
controlling your own destiny.
That's it. That is key. That's top of the
People
list.
want to control their own, to not feel like they have to answer to nobody.
I mean, Joe, how was your experience on majors? And you were on majors at a time where the major labels actually were like a really big deal, where, like before Napster and piracy and all that shit. How was your experience being on a fucking major?
Well, I'm well documented. I didn't have the greatest time. But
a lot of artists feel that way too.
That's why I'm saying JD was just the wrong person. You've been too successful tied to majors for way too long for you to even start that tweet like that and say, hey, how do you start that? I'm a little lost. Help me out on some smug. Just on some
that's
smug.
That's how it came off.
It came off like a jerk.
Right.
Yes,
Well, listen, I'm learning my lesson today. I can't ask no question.
You can't ask that question.
Not like that.
He was like, hey, yo, riddle me this, y'all. What the fuck are y'all doing?
It's fucked up, man. I really want to know. Like I said, I keep hearing people talk about independent so much. And I actually feel like, me personally, I feel like the independent mindset has fucked the Atlanta music scene up. Because Atlanta music scene used to be chase the deal, right? And somewhere in this independent conversation, people have lost sight that you don't have to sign a deal that you don't want to sign. You can make the deal you want. But niggas be acting like niggas be sliding them paperwork and they be like, okay. And you, what?
That is how most of the stories go.
I think that's very pervasive.
But we gotta fix that. We seen Joe fight for this fucking TV show. Like, you gotta tell people what you tell people when you talk about doing this podcast and shit. You make the deal that you want to do. I don't know why niggas in the music business don't have this same mentality.
Because most people was hungry.
Huh?
And they
a lot of these kids. I mean, like you said, you came up as a hip hopper. I mean, a lot of these guys, we come from places where you ain't got them choices.
So yeah, but he ain't had no choice either. They was often. Am I being right?
You feel
from
free.
what I see, right?
Yeah.
Joe was offered a bag. I'm not pocket watching. I don't know what you need and what you don't need, but I'm just saying the bag was just the way bags is offered to anybody, right?
Yeah.
You have an option to take the money or do what the fuck you want to do. He chose to do it the way he wanted to do it. I don't understand why niggas don't do that same shit in the music business.
But in the famous words of Jermaine Dupri, I'm me. I'm me too.
That's right.
The field, right? When you dangle this bag in front of them, when you fucking put all these clauses in there, when you send the label lawyer to also be your lawyer, like it's a whole bunch of tricks in the game. I'm gonna say no. I'm me. I'm gonna do that. I'm a nut like that. I don't expect everybody to maneuver that way.
Message.
Yeah,
your message is muddled a little bit.
Yeah, we can't sit on both sides of the message.
You can't sit on both sides. You gotta pick a side.
He's saying, yo, dog, if they signed you a piece of shit contract over there, right? Everybody outside making moves, doing whatever. Yo, you could get a decent lawyer for a couple $1,000s. It ain't like it costs $100,000. Not just that, the lessons that have been learned through podcasts, through social media, through all of those things. It's not the 80s and 90s no more. Niggas know that niggas be getting fucked. Okay, cool. So invest in a lawyer instead of investing in the chain.
There's
or the other side to that though.
It's not the 80s and 90s. Now there's 2010, 2020 tricks. The tricks have also been updated.
But so have the attorneys.
Yeah, but for me looking in, right, I don't have no podcast. I see Casanat did the same thing, right? He did what the fuck he wanted to do. He didn't take the deal. I don't understand why it's so instant for niggas that's doing podcasts and it's dumbed down for record company niggas. Like, a deal is a deal.
But a lot of these niggas are not taking the deal and choosing the independent route.
Is it money? Is it money attached to that?
They choosing the independent route because they believe the deals are bad. That's what I'm saying. Right. All deals are bad. It's not a deal.
And that's not my message. My message is not all deals are bad.
I'm just saying, for the most part, if you were you and you got something that people want, 9 times out of 10, the people that push that paper across the table, it's not the deal that you actually want, right? So that's why the word renegotiation or negotiate is there. That's what we supposed to do. You supposed to look at it. Nah, red line, red line, red line, red line, red line, red line.
Slow down.
Send that shit back.
Slow down, Jermaine.
No, we good.
No, keep talking.
That's like the 4th guest in a row. I like this guest shit. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, like, I don't know. I learned this at a very young age, so I don't know. Like, even when niggas like talk about me, that's what I'm saying. When we go back to what we talking about, I don't think niggas understand. Like, my deal was amazing. Like,
we believe you.
I'm talking about amazing. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to. I could sign whoever the fuck I wanted to. I could put the music out when I wanted to. My deal was crazy.
Because that's what you negotiated.
Yeah.
No, because he made jump.
No, because I made jump.
I made jump, but I'm saying I made jump, but I went and we got the right lawyers, and the right lawyers had conversation with me and my dad, and we started talking about
he had a dad. You had a dad.
He had a dad.
90% of niggas don't.
And your pops worked in music, right?
But I'm saying my dad was my manager, like in my earlier days. Niggas be having managers.
Yeah, but
your dad was the exec.
Nigga, manager be the nigga in 5B.
Niggas don't got managers.
Was your dad in the music business too?
Not this music business.
Okay.
No, my dad was in the music business as far as like a roadie for SOS Band, Brick, and Peebo Bryson, and the artist that was in Atlanta. He was doing roadie work, like hooking up shit. The music business, record company business, neither one of us knew what we was doing, right? Okay. But I knew after I gave, since Criss Cross wasn't signed to So Def, so I guess I got basically a complete education, learning lesson.
There you go.
In order going to somebody saying, Jermaine, here goes So Def, right? So when I gave Criss Cross to Rough House Records, I was sitting there and I'd be in my room and they'll be sending messages and I'll tell the company everything to do. This what we doing, this what we doing, this what we doing, this what I see need to happen. And I realized and I said, I'm telling these niggas everything to do.
Marketing plan was
running the label.
And they doing it. And they look like they
What I need them for.
Right. So when Sony approached me and said we want to give you a label deal, my mentality was, all right, I'm doing all of this. Y'all niggas can't tell me I'm doing exactly what I did with this group. This how we going in. If y'all ain't with that, I'm gonna take this idea. I don't understand how.
You know what you sound like, respectfully? You sound like the reason why NBA superstars don't make good coaches. They say a lot of times the Magic Johnsons and the Michael Jordans of the world don't make good coaches because Magic, why you ain't just go down and do a no-look pass and do, go through 3 people? It's like, you are 101. So the shit that you're describing, the average person can't do. Even an average great artist can't do what you do. So when people hear your communication about it, it doesn't sound like it sounds like you're talking down to them a little bit, and it sounds like it sounds tone deaf because you're in a whole other stratosphere than everybody else.
That's not what I got from you.
Let him respond, please.
Yeah. And that's not a diss. That's just it's just.
Nah, I mean, like I said, I can't.
Because what you just described, I just ran the label on the low and then just
Nah, but I'm saying I don't understand that.
I know you don't. And Magic don't get
I don't get the fact that if you do something, pay attention to the tracks, right? I think that's like even like when people ask me how is it that we keep making hit records, I pay attention to what I think people like, right? And if I go back and try to sprinkle a little bit of what I think I did that people like, it continues to work. This is not like, I don't see how this is hard.
I know. And it's a bunch of people. That's my point.
Eddie ain't gonna see it.
That sounds a little.
He ain't gonna see it.
That's one thing. But I think if the message is, get the best deal that's meant for you, that can be what the message is.
That was a great message.
That's it.
That was a
That's
great message.
That's
the best deal that's meant for
If
you.
he end his message dead, like if he don't say no more, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, y'all telling me now, I'm gonna take it. Y'all ain't gonna ever see another tweet from me. Ask me a question like that. I'm gonna ask some other shit. Like, okay.
Let me ask you. Speaking of negotiating the deal you want, for you, what was your toughest negotiation?
Probably leaving Arista because I can't say it was tough, but it was just like them not. I mean, I'm very hands on. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to do everybody's job, right? And going into becoming a president, I had never really been the president of a label, and Virgin hired me as the president, right? And the majority of presidents at these labels they're not hands-on. They just sit back and they give plays and they let the people that's employees run the plays. They ain't really like,
in the field.
They ain't taking EP job and calling people. I'm the person I be doing all that shit. Like, if they can't get EP on the phone, I'm calling them niggas myself. I'm gonna say EP was probably in the bathroom. I'm here. What's happening? What we talking about? Right? That's who I am. But when you go into these labels, you can't operate like that. So that was a tough move for me. And prior to me going, Larry Mostel was talking to me about, what I can do and what I couldn't do. And I also had a higher boss. I've never had a higher boss. Right, so what I mean, trying to really figure out how I'm gonna work in this space. That was tough for me. And I mean, like I said, I wanted to do it because I felt like I'm a music person. I should be working at these labels. That's what I'm thinking. But I also the younger person was me like, fuck these labels. I created So Def because I was going against Def Jam.
Question for you.
Y'all Def Jam, I'm so much deafer than y'all niggas. That was how I created the company.
So in that role,
now I'm working with Def Jam.
Look at that.
So
that's crazy.
The new music is coming out through Def Jam?
No, it's coming out through So Def Hype, but the services that we choose, the deal is with Universal.
So you're indie now?
Huh?
So you're indie?
Nah, it's a major deal, but we choose the services of the labels that's under Universal.
Everything's
so. I mean, you could say. I mean, it's back to the mentality of what I've always been. I get to do what I want to do, right?
Got you.
I pick the people that I believe know how to make music, and after having so much success with Made for Me at Def Jam, why wouldn't I give them guys some more music?
Sure. Let me ask you a question. Me and my good R&B friend here was just arguing the other day about two artists. Which would you prefer? Classic album, a classic R&B album, or timeless R&B songs? Not album.
Don't do that.
Classic R&B album or timeless R&B songs, not from the same project.
How many? Just songs.
Call it 4 or 5.
Okay.
Call it. I'm not trying to go back into it with you.
You're muddying it.
I'm asking him a very simple question.
Go ahead.
Classic album or timeless songs, not from the same album, just timeless songs.
4 or 5 of them.
4 or 5.
I think I'm gonna go with timeless songs without even asking y'all like what classic album.
Yeah, the artist is irrelevant. I just want to hear your thought.
Yeah, I think timeless songs because like I think like I could take Can We Talk all day. I could take Roni all day. I could take Prerogative all day. I could take Remember the Times all day. I could take Groove Me. You know what I mean? For me, I'm getting ready to make it last forever. I'm going. I'm all over the place.
Can I add that the classic album though has timeless records on it as well?
What classic album?
Let's
just name one to even say that.
Carl Thomas album. We talking about. We were talking about.
Wait,
we were talking about.
You don't think that's a classic?
I don't, yo.
Thank you.
I don't, yo. I said that.
Thank you.
Don't do that.
Don't, yo.
Don't do that. Because you said it's a classic, and now you
said that album is a classic.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
You said that album
Don't
is a
change
classic.
your argument, but now it's different way.
Hey, Big JD.
Oh,
Let me tell you what I said to him. I said, here's a hot take, because at my age today, I'm revisiting old albums. When I revisit the Carl Thomas emotional album, I hit skip a lot more than a lot of people said.
You do that on the Chronic too. But do we diminish the fact that it was a classic?
But wait, let's
not the same,
since
though.
I'm
Yeah,
here, let's stop the use of this word because what's a classic? If that's a classic, what is Confessions?
One of the best albums ever
Super
made.
classic, right?
That's one of the best albums ever made.
See, I put classics in classic space.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I don't really, I can't. I'm saying classic album is a classic album.
Undeniably. Not a classic.
That album you talking about, that's not in there. That's not in there. That ain't.
I'm with JD.
You niggas said that.
Yes, we
This
did.
bitch ass nigga decided to say that now because JD here. You said it was a classic with me.
You 100% said that.
I mean, listen, he probably
Awesome.
did, but that's what I'm saying.
I also said to you what I just said the other day. I revisited that album, and there are more skips than we know. See, I was arguing for Case because Case, I won't say he has a classic album, but he has quite a few songs that are classic and will live on happily ever after.
Darnell Jones. Always Wanna Be.
Darnell Jones
is a classic album.
Is busting both of their ass.
By far. And that's the one I'm saying.
That's a classic. Darnell Jones album. That's a classic.
Yo, that's not even a conversation.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to say. We can't.
We just had those two people to choose from.
I think the nostalgia like kind of clouds our minds in terms of what we deem classics.
Yeah, we just got to throw that.
That word is thrown around a lot.
Yeah, we got to make sure we put what's under that word classic really be classic. Like I'm not, Carl Thomas album is nice, but I'm saying it ain't Darnell Jones.
It's not,
that
bro.
shit
Not
right
even
there
close.
Is
It's not even close.
But every classic don't equal up to the one before it. So I get what you're saying.
But there has to be a classic.
It's still got to be 12 play.
Whoa.
All right, come on.
That's what you
I'm saying
He's naming classics.
You can't.
He's naming classics.
It's gotta be 12 play. I'm just saying it's got to be classic. Like you can't. If you gonna breathe like that means it's not a classic.
That's true.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't breathe.
How about this? It's a classic to me.
Okay, well you can say that. You can say that.
Personal classic.
Say that. But you can't say that shit is 12.
It's a classic.
Carl Thomas and 12 play.
No.
Well, then we have undeniable classics. That's a separate list over there. That's true.
Since you want to do that now, since you want to go ahead and put me, had the conversation where we started discussing writers, right? He brought up L.A. Reid. I brought up Sean Garrett, right? I told him that they shouldn't even be in the same conversation.
Agreed.
Because L.A. Reid has been on record, and Babyface just said it recently.
Don't qualify. Just give it to him.
Wait.
L.A. Reid is not the writer. He's not the go-to writer in that conglomerate, and he was never the guy in the industry to be a writer. He said that L.A. Reid is a better writer than Sean Garrett. Where do you fall on that?
Well, hold up. Don't miss. Hold up. But wait, don't misspeak for me.
Hey, yo.
I didn't say
we understand.
better.
Yo.
I said
More
I
credit.
Hey, yo, wish I could read your mind, yo.
Sean Garrett, listen.
Sean Garrett different.
Do y'all know Sean Garrett?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Y'all know him, know him?
Nah, he know.
He know real shit.
We know Sean Garrett.
He wrote a couple songs.
I'm listening.
Smart, yeah. So if you know Sean Garrett,
to the real truth of this situation, I think LA is more of a producer than a songwriter.
Got it.
Right? It's not even like, so anybody out there think it's not a joke. It's a joke about Sean because Sean takes this writing shit
Yes.
and what he's written
Yes.
to another fucking level.
Yes.
Like when he started talking about this shit,
Nah, for real.
Fuck somebody
it
up.
ain't nobody that's better than Sean Garrett. So I'm just saying.
whose
But
side was you on when him and Dream popped off?
I don't know. I wasn't really on either one of their sides because I was trying to figure out. You know, like I said, Sean has downloaded me with, nigga, I got 18 number ones.
Yeah, he's downloaded all of us.
And I'm
with
like, okay, so what a nigga gonna do with a nigga who got 18 number ones? I was actually really just trying to see where,
you saw what he did.
when it was gonna get to the, when they was gonna go back and forth.
He did something with him.
You know.
All right, you weasel out of that. Whose side was you on with Neo and Jonte?
You know he on Jonte. Come on,
He on
Jonte.
Jonte's side.
Because I knew Jonte was holding. It was like a card game.
Yeah.
I knew Jonte was holding these Aaliyah records, and y'all didn't know. People weren't wasn't expecting this. And I knew as soon as he let the button go, the room was gonna shift. Right?
Gonna get a little
I
spooky.
knew this. Right? That's kind of similar to how I felt about me and Puff. It's certain records that I know niggas don't actually even believe I did, right? And I could have hit them with this, and niggas like if I'd have had Jay-Z come out and do Fallen at, without him knowing he was gonna come and
American
do
Gangster.
a record that y'all don't even really be crediting me for, niggas would have lost they shit. I would have won right there,
I mean, until Cupid came on.
huh?
Tell
what?
until Cupid.
Until Cupid came on, yeah.
And then I would have did Money in a Thing since I had the nigga there. And then what? Then what?
Look at you trying to get your
Do
verses
y'all really?
on.
You really? First of all, listen. This is what I'm saying. Like this. Listen. We seen. Listen. If I would have got Hov to come do verses for me, Puff ain't got no song with Hov.
Yes, he does.
Now you do,
Just
but,
not a good
but
one.
it ain't as good.
I mean, it is not one that. Yeah, respectful. Not one that's gonna come on in the 20s.
There ain't
You're
no
right.
classic.
You're right.
It's not a classic.
Not at
This is
all.
what I'm saying. Like that's why this is what I'm saying. I'm just. It would have been a great.
You would have
night.
been killing it until he brought Usher out for I Need a Girl Part 1.
Really?
Then you would have went to the bathroom.
Oh, you think so?
Yo,
What you was gonna do?
What
you was gonna do?
Hey, Joe, shut up.
If you would have went,
What you was gonna do?
You want to
Yo.
go down that lane? Then I would have brought Bow Wow and Chris Brown, and I would have killed it, exploded the entire place.
Okay, now I'm bringing Genuine these things out for I Need a Girl Part 2. And now you gotta pee again. I Need a Girl Part 2.
And then I'm gonna bring Bow Wow and Sierra, and we gonna keep fucking y'all up.
Okay,
and you
now-
ain't got nobody.
Now the Marry My Life album is
Hold up,
coming on,
hold
and now you gotta take a shit.
Hold up, listen.
Bring up Mariah.
Now you got diarrhea. Now you got diarrhea.
By the way, I'm glad that Joe is doing this, because I want y'all niggas out there to know that this nigga Joe was 100% bad boy, because he's from New York. I get it, but I'm telling
It's
you,
tough to be bad boy
I'm
now.
telling you,
It
I
don't sound so good in 2024.
I had, you know what I mean? I was ready. I mean, listen, in a fight, right? This is what I was saying. In a fight, if you don't get hit, you ain't in a real fight.
That's
Right?
That's real.
So Puff was gonna throw punches. Benjamin's I can't even think about. Like, goddamn, boom.
that's around.
You know what I mean?
That's around.
Hypnotized.
One more chance.
You know what I mean? It's records that he got that it like we can't, but I also was gonna play the card like, nigga, did you do this?
Well, that's the.
Ooh.
That's where you win.
That's where the
You know
conversation
what I mean?
changes.
Because last time I checked, One More Chance was produced by the Trackmasters.
Stevie J and all that. I'll try.
And then,
What it
then
says,
Hitman did
fuck
that
that.
shit right. Yeah.
Right? I was gonna play that card heavy.
Every time he lost a round, he's going, "You ain't make that shit."
I was gonna play that card heavy because if I get y'all to start disqualifying some of these records, it dilutes the heat that I had to deal
Let me ask you a
with.
question though. It's 20 of them, right? How many rounds do you think you would have won out of 20?
Based on me doing that, shit, a lot.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
Nah, I don't know. I think honestly, I feel like we would have went. It would have been tied. Cause I don't.
Overtime.
I honestly don't believe. First of all, I know for sure Bad Boy don't have nothing for Bow Wow's era of music. Bow Wow was Mr. 106 in Park for years. Like this ain't like a month or 2 months. This is a whole generation of people that don't know nothing about Bad Boy 96.
Yeah.
So we gotta make sure we understand who's in the crowd. Because you ain't gonna play Money, Power, and Respect against Bow Wow and Chris Brown in this day and time and feel like you're going to win a battle.
That's true.
Yeah.